Dan Geltrude. Dan, thank you so much for being with me. So at NPR, you and your family could face financial instability and get fired from your job if you're caught daring to show your nose or your mouth around the office.
This is one of those things when I heard about this story, I'm wondering whether this is the United States or North Korea in terms of let's tell on our neighbors, let's get them in trouble. Let's have the hammer literally come down on them. That's crazy. Now, listen, NPR wants to have a policy of mask wearing, whether it's effective or not. Okay, that's what they want to do. If you don't like it, you know what? There's a lot of jobs out there, over 11 million job openings. Please leave. However, the approach that they're taking to encourage people to tattle on someone else, one of their co-workers, terrible. And I'll tell you something else. It's even worse for any employee who actually does that to someone else.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I would take the Joy Behar approach, even though I'm not Italian, in case you couldn't tell. Pretty pale guy, but I wouldn't tattle on someone for something like that. Now, I want to switch gears here and talk about inflation. There's a new survey out from the Census Bureau that shows 1/3 of Americans, that's a little over 33%, are experiencing financial stress. I wonder why that could be. Maybe it's because of record inflation. Maybe it's because Biden's shipping all of our money overseas to corrupt governments. And real quick, we have a clip of the Obama-era economist Jason Furman. He's actually bashing the Democrats. Let's take a look at this clip real quick and we'll react.
I don't think, though, that these anti-price gouging bills would do much to bring inflation down. They just increase the type of shortages that consumers probably hate even more than the high prices.
Dan, I'll let you take it from there.
Well, look, there's a lot of financial stress out there and financial anxiety that people have. And it's understandable. Look at what's going on in the economy around us. All of the signs out there, Addison, all of them are pointing towards stagflation, which is really a terrible economic situation. It's high inflation, it's a slowing economy, and it's rising unemployment. Now, we're not at the rising unemployment just yet. However, we only have labor force participation at 62%. So that tells me that unemployment, those numbers, a little misleading. There's still a lot of people out there that are not working. This is not a good sign for our economy.
No, definitely not a good sign. And it's infuriating to see President Biden taking credit for supposed record job growth. He seems to have forgotten that COVID even existed. Of course, he hasn't actually forgotten. He's weaponizing COVID to make the economy look strong under him. And we all know, if you know Economics 101, we all know that this economy under Joe Biden has been a disaster. I remember a study from a few weeks ago. CEOs are more worried about Biden's economy than they were about COVID's impact on the economy. So President Biden is taking credit for something that's just natural. When you shut down the entire country, jobs are slowly going to come back when you open back up. But he's taking all those and saying, look at this record job growth we're having. It's really sickening and disgusting to see, especially when Americans are suffering financially, when mothers can't even feed their baby, when people are not even being able to make ends meet. And he's going to sit here and tout himself as the record job growth and healthy economic president. Absolutely disgraceful. Well, we are all out of time. Thank you so much for being with me, Dan. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Addison.
Coming up next, a San Francisco art